Did you know LEGO has over 50 sets based on European medieval history, but not a single official set depicting pre-colonial African kingdoms? Welcome to the Pan-African LEGO channel, where we explore the incredible world of LEGO, with a special focus on African history and culture. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating and, frankly, underserved area, the representation of African history in the world of LEGO. We look at why there's such a gap, and how passionate fans and artists are stepping up to fill it with their own amazing creations. In July 2007, French President Nicolas Sarkozy delivered a controversial speech in Dakar, Senegal. He claimed that the tragedy of Africa is that the African man has never really entered history. This statement, widely seen as dismissive and Eurocentric, sparked a powerful wave of cultural pushback, and believe it or not, that wave even reached the LEGO community. One of the most prominent figures in this movement is Ekow Nimako. Born in Ghana and based in Toronto, Canada, Ekow is a Ghanaian-Canadian artist who creates stunning LEGO sculptures that celebrate African civilizations. Starting around 2016 to 2018, he began his Building Black Civilizations series, which features incredible recreations of medieval African kingdoms. Think the Kingdom of Aksum in Ethiopia, the Kingdom of Ghana, the Kingdom of Benin in Nigeria, and Great Zimbabwe. His work has been exhibited at prestigious venues like the Royal Ontario Museum. Nimako's builds are not just impressive, they're massive. His 2018 installation at Toronto's AGYU Art Gallery used over 500,000 LEGO bricks to create a 10 by 10 foot Afrofuturistic replica of Great Zimbabwe. He even incorporates gold leaf to mimic the look of the 11th century stone architecture. What's even more amazing is that Nimako sources a huge percentage of his bricks from retired LEGO sets through by nothing groups, recycling as much as 80% of his materials. Another key figure is Adam Ward, an African-American LEGO artist and the author of Brick x Brick, How to Build Amazing Things with 100-ish Bricks or Fewer. Published in 2020, his book features 24 builds inspired by Black history, including figures like George Washington Carver and Madam C.J. Walker. Adam has a massive following on Instagram, where he shares his creations with over 100,000 followers. Ward's approach is all about microscale precision. For example, his book includes a model of the 1963 March on Washington using just 98 bricks. He uses one-by-one cheese slopes to create the illusion of a massive crowd, a technique that's pretty advanced and unknown to most casual LEGO builders. In January 2023, a unique LEGO set called, Because of You, Legacy in Focus, was unveiled. This was a collaboration between Because of Them We Can, an organization founded by Travis and Janice Johnson, and Most Incredible Studio, led by artist Geraldine "Jerry" Matthews. This limited edition set, with only 500 units available, depicts Black historical figures like NASA mathematician Katherine Johnson using over 1,200 bricks. It sold out in just 48 hours, generating $50,000 for Black education nonprofits. Interestingly, only 13% of the buyers were non-Black, highlighting the strong interest within the Black community. So, why is there this need for fan-made creations and limited edition sets? Well, LEGO's official initiatives, while appreciated, haven't yet fully addressed the gap. Their Rebuild the World Celebrate Black Creators campaign, launched in February 2021, does feature Black builders like Ekow Nimako and Adam Ward, which is fantastic. However, as of today, there are still no official LEGO sets that depict pre-colonial African kingdoms. This absence is particularly striking when you consider that LEGO has produced over 100 medieval European sets since 1978. That's less than 0.1% of LEGO's output for African history, despite Africa having a rich history with major pre-colonial empires. Think about the Kingdom of Aksum, which traded with Rome as early as 150 CE, or the Mali Empire, whose city of Timbuktu had 25,000 students in 1327. The LEGO Ideas platform, launched in 2008, is a place where fans can submit their own LEGO set ideas. If an idea gets 10,000 supporters, LEGO will review it for potential production. However, LEGO has rejected several African history proposals, citing commercial viability. One example is a Kingdom of Kush pyramid, which garnered 10,000 supporters but was ultimately rejected. Despite these challenges, the LEGO fan community has stepped up in a big way. Collectors report that there are 0 official sets for African history, meaning no Mansa Musa, the ruler of the Mali Empire who controlled a huge percentage of the world's gold. But fans have created hundreds of MOCs, or my own creations, that they share on websites like verifiable.com. One popular MOC is the Benin Bronze's Palace by a user called Afrobrickmaster, which has been downloaded over 15,000 times. This movement is about more than just building with LEGO bricks. It's about countering Eurocentrism and reclaiming historical narratives. Sarkozy's 2007 speech, which spurred Afrofuturism, serves as a reminder of the importance of representing diverse histories. Ekow Nimako's works have been cited in numerous academic papers on decolonizing toys, and studies show that exposure to these creations can increase pride in history among Black children. The demand for African-themed LEGO bricks is also driving up the resale market. The prices of bricks with colors like dark nougat, used for minifigure skin tones, have increased significantly on sites like Bricklink. This shows that there's a real economic ripple effect happening as a result of this increased interest. Ekow Nimako's work draws inspiration from the Asante Empire in Ghana, linking it to the modern LEGO fanbase in Ghana, where there are thousands of members in the Accra LEGO Club. Ghana even exports recycled plastics to LEGO, showing the connection between African nations and the LEGO group. Builds of empires like the Songhai Empire are inspiring tourism, and MOC replicas are even being referenced in proposals for the restoration of Timbuktu. In South Africa, schools are using Nimako-inspired kits to teach STEM subjects to students, connecting to the African Union's Agenda 2063 goals. Nigeria hosts annual LEGO MOC competitions where participants build models of the Benin Kingdom. Despite these positive developments, controversies remain. LEGO has produced billions of bricks, but still no official African sets. Critics point to past policies as contributing to this lack of diversity. There have also been instances where LEGO has rejected African history MOCs from its Ideas platform, citing reasons like sensitivity to Islamic imagery or IP infringement on historical accuracy. For example, a Zulu Kingdom crawl that had thousands of supporters was delisted. These incidents raise questions about the criteria LEGO uses for approving or rejecting projects. In conclusion, the story of LEGO and African history is a complex one. While LEGO has taken some steps to celebrate Black creators, there's still a significant gap in representation. However, the passion and creativity of LEGO fans and artists are filling that gap, one brick at a time. They are not just building models, they are building a more inclusive and diverse understanding of history. What African historical figure would you like to see immortalized in LEGO?